Great morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. Welcome back to my Arcraiders quest and progression guide. I hope you're having an outstanding week. Today we're going to jump into Blue Gate, and we're going to complete two quests. The first quest is a dead end. It has us going into the Manticore facilities under the map. We have to open up a non-key puzzle room that you find some batteries, move them around in the facility over to the slot in the wall. You have to find 3 of the batteries. We're going to save that one for later in the map, because that one's probably going to take us the longest. And secretly, I'm hoping that by the time we get there, someone else will have walked around to open that door up, because it can be a pain while you're getting assailed by pops. And the first quest that we're going to complete when we jump in is the Bees quest, which brings us to Olive Grove. And for that Bees quest, we've pushed down to this location over at the Olive Grove. Right here in front of us, we can already hear the bees buzzing. Are one of the cages that the bees are at. And we're just going to scoop some of these bees into our pockets to bring back to Speranza. That's the easiest way to transport bees. This is a great area to go grocery shopping for Scrapster because it has apricots, lemons, and olives. You need all of those things to upgrade Scrapster and to keep him well fed. So fill your pockets up with fruit before you go back. The bees will probably also appreciate that. Straight over here, you can see over on the north side of the grove, there's another location with more bees, and this will also satisfy the quest complete. Now we're going to push into the Manticore underground offices. As far as a dead end works, like I said, we have to get into the Manticore tunnels underneath of Blue Gate. You can get in there a number of ways. Warehouse complex, head house, the outer gates of the maintenance bunker area. A lot of places go down into the tunnels, and the tunnels tend to connect to one another, even if you have to run around them in a roundabout way. I'm going to enter through reinforced reception because I think that's the easier way to get in. It's also already opened.
Hey there.
So hopefully I won't have to deal with as many pops. Once you drop down, the first thing I'll do is take you over to the loot door. First, we're going to activate this. That's not a part of the quest. That's just a loot supply drop. We're going to let out a friendly hello so nobody gets crazy. So once you come into the facility and you walk around the corner here, you may have noticed while you were running around in here on all your other runs that this door exists. We have to find all the batteries, there are 3 of them, and stick them in here as deliverables, and then this door will be openable. The batteries spawn all around this area. So up top here, we can see that all 3 of them are here. Now we have to go through the laborious task of carrying them at this next level, slow, plodding hack of a pace. All the way down here, without getting murdered by these guys. That, as with all of the Ark, respawn after you clear them out. You can see it, there's a shredder over there, there's 2 pops that I was fighting before. And then we have to stick them in that door. The loot room itself is actually a decent room. There are a lot of containers in there. It has a higher loot value than your average room. So it's not bad. It is easier if you have a team, because you can each carry a battery down. And there's 1. And that's 2. One of my favorite things to happen, in particular when you're doing this puzzle, or if you're doing the Ancient Fort puzzle where you have to run around and find 3 batteries and put them in 3 different locations, it's a similar thing, is when people ignore simple raider etiquette, and you get done completing the puzzle, you bring all 3 batteries over, you put them in the spots, and then after you unlock the door, or shortly after you unlock the door, some random ass raider just shows up and they're like, oh, look at this room that has all this stuff in it. So there we go. We've finally completed the puzzle. And then we get our quest update. Search the locked room for any records on Project Heartwood, which we keep hearing about. Down here, there's a little computer terminal. And now that that video has played that we could barely understand or hear over top of the bastion that's enraged up above us, we walk over here to the side of the room, interact with this to get our dusty film reel. And there's our dusty film reel. That's our quest item we need to extract with. And once we get out, that'll be the quest completed. So I've done some selective looting in this room. You can see I've gotten an arpeggio, a torrente, an anvil. That's not bad alone. Plus I got some valuables and some decent crafting stuff that I can use to make meds and throwables. Thank you so much for checking out my guides. Thanks for checking out the channel. If you use the guides, if the guides were helpful, if you think I could do them better, let me know in the comments. If you have a particular way that you deal with someone coming into your loot room or your puzzle room after you open it up, also let me know in the comments. I tend to be a little bit friendlier. I'll just, you know, complain to myself about them looting because there's enough loot in the game that it's easy to get, so it is what it is. If you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is to click that subscribe button. Please, doesn't cost you a penny. And then just watch another video. Thank you so much for gaming with me, and I'll game with you next time.